Hello, you beautiful people. My name is David Vieira. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie Medeiros. Welcome to the Redox Cinema Podcast. For our listeners and our viewers, we are so happy to be giving you guys another episode that is video, but also audio. And before we get to episode 4 of season 1 of The Last of Us, you guys know the drill. Abe, Charlie, again. It's late. Technical difficulties
late.
Again.
But
y'all,
all the time. Technical difficulties.
How y'all doing? Guys, we're tired, but hey, we love you guys and this is for you guys. But how you guys doing?
We're chilling. We spent like, 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah.
Trying to figure this setup out. Yeah, bad. Not good.
It's a vibe.
I'm hoping to feel better after watching this.
Facts.
Or worse.
That's all I got to say.
Because this show is breaking my heart.
No, hey, we don't know. We're going to know if we're going to cry, if we're going to feel excited. But, I'm excited to get into this. Last episode was very emotional and people are still talking about it. But with that being said, y'all, let's just get right into it as quickly as possible. 45-minute episode, very quick compared to last ones. Episode 3, y'all, was very emotional, like I said. And I'm still thinking about episode 3. But how are you guys feeling coming into episode 4?
I'm excited to see where they go. Obviously, now they're at the beginning of their journey. They have a truck. They're heading out to see if they could potentially find Tommy, to see if they can, locate the Fireflies out west. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, it's going to be a quick episode, so I'm expecting kind of a lot of action happening really quickly, because I feel like it would be weird for a short episode to have kind of a lot of build-up. So
yeah, I know. And I know that for this episode, everyone who already watched it early was like, yo, watch out for episode 4. Episode 4 is this. Episode 4 is that. So I'm super excited. Charlie, how are you feeling?
I am excited to see more of Joel and Ellie. I want to see more of their banter, and I want to see them fighting infected.
All right, y'all. Here we freaking go.
taxi driver.
I wonder if she even knows how to use that thing properly. Probably not.
And,
oh, she's learning. Don't pull that trigger. You're going to kill yourself.
She's crazy. I'm not going to lie.
It's Ellie.
Sniff that gun.
Ellie be like that.
That's not a Cumbies.
No. Where are they
not
at now?
Massachusetts anymore. Rip. That's a Wawa.
It's when liquid travels against gravity because pressure.
You don't know.
That's all that matters.
That's so interesting that they're showing that in how they, with old cars. I'd never really thought about that.
Well, Bill got gas last episode somehow.
Yeah, at the
paid
beginning.
for it. I don't know how he was still paying for it.
It's the only way that thing's going to work.
Pun intended. Volume 2 by Will Livingston. Volume 2. Look, you get it? 2, like T-O-O. What did the mermaid wear to her math class? An algae bra.
Man.
Yo, that was...
Yeah, this is the
This is classic. This is classic Ellie and Joel. Shout out Shell.
Oh, it's a show. Damn. I got a rewards card. It's fire.
You think you could use it there still?
Yeah, that's a 5% gas.
Definitely not.
It's actually 5 cents off.
Yeah,
Oh,
5
sorry,
cents.
5 cents.
5 cents off per gallon. I use that
My
all
fault,
the
y'all.
time.
Light on the reading, but it has some interesting...
Oh, God, I read it. That's right. It's Bill's truck.
Why are the pages stuck together?
Dog. She was joking. Yo, she's such a troll.
Yo.
She's such a troll.
Oh, Bella Ramsey, you're killing it.
Good thing Ellie never had Twitter, because she'd be the biggest troll on that thing, bro.
Oh, she would cook. Absolutely cook.
Oh, dude, Six Flags.
Oh, fire. Cyclone's still up, I see.
Out of business. Set designs. Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Set design has been insane.
Oh, look, the Arby's.
Arby's. Fries. Curly fries. What you know about FedEx? Shout out to family.
The tanks, bro. She's in the tanks. Well, she's not.
I wonder if all these companies wanted to, be
definitely-
represented
100.
as
Oh, yeah. It's money.
completely out of business. And
What kind of advertising is that, bro?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Why would they choose? Oh, yeah. Great idea. Go right into the forest in the middle of nowhere.
Where there's cults, people hanging each other.
Exactly.
You never know.
Cannibal.
Everywhere is going to be dangerous.
Hey, ravioli.
Hey,
Chef
Boyardee.
Yo, let's go. It's cool.
what it look like?
What am I even eating?
That is 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Shout out non-perishables.
So it never expires.
Pretty much no. Canned foods are good pretty much forever, I think.
Because in fact, you don't see the smoke.
He ain't sleeping. There's no way he sleeps.
Yeah, Joel, I don't know. I don't know how he's even operating. Got to stay up and alert all the time.
Well, this is why he should teach Ellie how to use a gun.
Yeah, good point. But she's a kid. I can understand why he's not doesn't want her to use one.
Mm-hmm.
She's literally reading a whole book of puns, bro.
I saw that. It said something about triangles and being pointless.
Yeah.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
You dick.
Oh, I love this banter, bro.
No one's gonna find us.
Somebody's gonna find you.
That foreshadowing go crazy.
Somebody's gonna find them. I'm just saying.
It's not even foreshadowing. That's just like
No,
straight up, like, famous last words.
He knows he was lying through his teeth too.
Mhm.
It looks like it. He's just trying
That's
to.
what I'm
give her
saying. There's
some
no
sort
way
of-
this man does not sleep. I think all he's
Yeah.
trying to do is make sure that she feels comfortable and feels safe
Yeah.
in this moment.
Is it seriously what those Starbucks in the QZ used to sell?
They got Starbucks in the QZ? Okay.
Probably just the ruins of Starbucks.
So then that kind of confirms something I was thinking too, because even though it's modern day, like 2023,
Mm-hmm.
tech is not available.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah,
No,
obviously.
like
Yeah.
GPS.
Yeah, I mean, I feel well, GPS technically should still work because it's satellites.
But it was
Satellite-based.
2000.
When
When
GPS was invented
was
back
that?
then.
Was that?
Oh,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
still,
that's true because
but, like-
it started happening in 2003.
but
Yeah,
they
that
were
makes
still
sense.
super, like, the malfunction on them was wild.
So in this world, they never got smartphones. Then
Never got to experience Dune.
they did, just the bad one
Yeah.
from the 80s.
They
or
just
whatever.
got the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
When Tommy meets Marlene, she talks me to joining the Fireflies.
I love that they're giving the backstory to this, adding more depth to Tommy.
Pretty early if you want to grab more sleep.
I'm not even
That was cute.
Gone.
Knocked.
It's gonna get fly.
The cities will always be a problem. Well, they're like Pittsburgh, Wichita.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes was never quarterback.
Thank God.
Bro, they never saw the Celtics win in 2008. Like, this never happened. KG never
Tom Brady
happened.
never became the GOAT.
He won. He won a Super Bowl 2001.
Yeah, but
So
that's
he had
not
one.
GOAT status.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Nope.
Oh, run away, bro. I'm gonna run him over. Is what you're gonna do. Oh,
Right into the trap.
Yo, I hate that I'm saying this, but this was just like the damn game.
oh, this is where Ellie's gun's gonna come in handy. I feel it.
They must have mad ammo because they just keep firing.
That's what I'm saying.
Got him.
Oh.
Nice. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, let's go. The blade kill.
Come on, Ellie.
Right in the neck. Oh, shit.
Looked like she shot him in the butt.
I thought she shot Joel in the knee for a second or something.
We can trade with you guys. We can be friends. I didn't know. I'm Brian. What's your name?
Dang, is he gonna use the knife to kill him? Save ammo. Yep.
I was gonna try to get information from him. Not gonna lie, because there's definitely more.
Can you move it?
This is the game. It's classic.
Yeah.
That's me mashing trying.
See, like, see, like, these are elements that play homage to people who've played the game, and they're like, oh my god, that's what oh shoot, I recognize her from somewhere.
Mark, you know where Henry is.
Like Sam and Henry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like this episode they'll probably just
Set up.
set
Set
up
up
Henry and Sam
for next.
'cause, Yeah.
It's good setup because we never got background of Henry Sam
Right.
in the game as much.
True.
That's what the show's doing well, is the background. Oh,
Oh, she killed him.
Are you all right?
see the way he delivered that line, the hesitation just to say it,
Yeah.
and asking her like, "You good?"
I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
There you go, Joel. Now you got some backup, brother.
Yeah, when he's like, I'm out of ammo, and she just tosses him some.
Uh-uh. You put it in your pack. Shoot your damn ass off.
You shot somebody else's.
Why is she looking for them? Did they say?
I think they betrayed them, this group. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I honestly forgot the plot points at this point, so I'm excited to relive it.
It's a bloater.
Nah, bro. Already?
You think so? A blood? Could be.
What the hell else could it be? A dinosaur?
We can deal with this after.
After? I mean, they're not going to be able to kill the bloaters with what they have.
No.
Office building that I work in is 5 floors. I'm not walking up that, bro.
Oh,
42?
man.
45? Crazy.
It's another reality of all this.
No
Zombie
elevators.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
I would quit right there. I'd quit the apocalypse.
You'll be like,
I'm
nah.
done. I'm out.
You wait to become a clicker.
Yeah. I'm good with it. I'm not climbing 45 flights of stairs. Screw that.
Leave your ass. 56 years old, you little shit.
Are you sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Yeah, like he actually wants to sleep this time, Ellie. That's
Straight
why he's
up.
laying it down. He's setting down glass.
Them couch cushions probably feel like a freaking Tempur-Pedic, bro.
Joel,
Hmm.
did you know diarrhea is hereditary? What? It runs in your genes.
Alright, that was a good one. He's laughing. Bro, Pedro Pascal is such a goofball in real life too. He probably died
They
so
probably
many
had
times
so
doing
much
this
fun filming that scene.
Joel!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Viewers at home, they're the good guys.
Hey, that cliffhanger though. I knew it was coming.
Oh
knew
yeah, I
it was
know.
coming.
Yeah,
I knew
it was literally that's how they met. In the
Yeah.
wow, that was such a quick
What happened
episode.
with the glass, bro? You didn't hear anything.
That's wild.
Wow, y'all. All right, what a quick episode that was. I don't know. I felt like coming after episode 3, which was a very emotional episode, this kind of felt like action, and we finally got that for some time, and it was good to see that, to see people, killing one another. I know that's weird to say,
Yeah,
but
it was great to see, bro.
I know that's weird to say, but it's like we got some action, which I think for the 3 episodes that we've had, I think this was a perfect episode for that, and segueing into what is going to go down in episode 5, because again, this is a very heavy story. But Abe, did you feel that way as well, and how it transitioned from episode 3 to episode 4, going away from that very emotional episode, and now with this one, it feels like this episode is going to be in 2 parts, right?
Yeah, it feels so. Yeah, I think on the first piece there, it's a very different vibe of episode. Of course, we go from really emotional and really like anecdotal, let's say, where it was kind of like a vignette, right? Like you get this one story that's like related to the story, but at the end of the day, that's it for Bill and Frank, right? We don't get more of them. There's not much more of them that we need to progress through this story. But then here we are, and we're learning more about these characters that, between Ellie and Joel, their relationship, and then we see the new enemies coming into play, right? There's more than just the infected, and we kind of knew about that, but now we're really, really seeing it. And I like how this episode is quick. I think it's refreshing to get a little bit of a change from both. And I like how this is building up and kind of setting up. I mean, there was action, but it was a setup episode for me.
Yes.
Like I think the big action is probably going to come in the next episode. But I'm excited to see it, and they left it on the perfect, I think, cliffhanger.
Charlie, would you say that was a right balance coming from episode 3 to episode 4, and how it left us? Did you feel as if this was a good episode to start after, what ended with
100%, because the last episode kind of deviated from the main plot, and so now just diving right back into it with Joel and Ellie's story and them, progressing through this world, trying to find their way, was exactly what we needed next. And I just love the banter, dude. That's my favorite part of the whole Ellie and Joel.
That's interesting that you bring that up, because there was a switch here. Something very significant happened, and that was, quote unquote, Joel thinking it was Ellie's first blood, but it wasn't really. But we saw that there was a huge shift dynamically as well, where Joel was still trying to fight it and not try to get to know Ellie as more and really find that connection with her. But then as the episode kept going, you can feel like he was just trying to be there for her, and we're seeing that their relationship is getting a lot more personable. Abe, how did you feel that throughout the episode and their progression as characters, and also their relationship to one another? I feel like this episode was big. It was very big for that setup.
I think you can see Joel fighting dad mode. Like he he is getting the instincts of what it was like to parent, and he is very much conflicted because, as he mentioned in the episode, Ellie's cargo, right? They had the conversation about, you live for family and take care of family, whatever. And then he was like, you're cargo.
Yeah.
So I think he said that more for himself than he said it for Ellie, to kind of create that boundary in his mind. Is like, this is not my daughter. This is not my kid. This is just cargo. Like, I'm doing this for Tess, who was my family. But then you see when it shifts to what happens, what Ellie does when she shoots that guy who was about to kill Joel, you see that like his heart like hurts, because he wouldn't want Sarah doing that. Like, if it was Sarah in that situation, his daughter, then he would have like been in so much pain for her and like want to talk to her and like see how she's doing. And you can see that's the instant reaction that he's feeling with Ellie, because he knows what it's like to be young, and he knows that she shouldn't be experiencing this at this age. So you can see the empathy is really coming out. And I think now you're going to start seeing their relationship develop more than just protector of cargo. And then,
Yeah, you can see as when Ellie does, get her first blood and they're having that conversation. Charlie, I don't know if you saw this, but there was that hesitation where he really didn't know what to say. And I was thinking maybe, he was trying to put Sarah right there as well and seeing like, dang, I don't know how I go about this, because I lost someone really close to me, and maybe I'm getting glimpses of Sarah in this situation. He was like, I don't want to get close because I don't want to lose, maybe another daughter. Charlie, what was your thoughts when you saw that dialogue sequence?
I think he was probably thinking back to that moment with Sarah, but this time he was kind of in her shoes, because he almost lost his life this time. And so to be on the other end of that and being saved, it's probably very emotional for him, because he wasn't able to save his daughter. So yeah, I think he's now just starting to get his like fatherly attitudes back, like his emotions. He's finally connecting to that again, because he's probably been shying away from it for a very long time since he lost his daughter. But Ellie, with her, she knows how to charm Joel in a way with her puns and everything. So she makes him laugh, and he's starting to build a. He's starting to build a rapport with her. He's starting to like her more.
Yeah.
Where before she, even in this episode, he says, "You're cargo." Before, and then towards the end of the episode, they're bonding.
You see a bond, yeah.
They're bonding, and they're getting closer. She's gonna become more than just cargo to him at some point.
I think what's cool about this show is that there are some similarities that I see between Sarah and Ellie. I know they're meant to be very different characters, but like the banter that Sarah had with Joel in that first episode, it reminds me of some of the things that Ellie tries to pull out of Joel, and you can see some of the joy that he has. And I think that's really compelling, and it does a really good job on screen of showing why he would, want to have a relationship with Ellie, or why it's hard for him to like protect his feelings. So I thought that was really, really cool to see. And yeah, I thought, most of this and this entire time where he's like kind of keeping distance with Ellie, I really think that he is protecting himself and like protecting his emotions, because we saw his pain and we saw everything that he went through with Sarah, and now it's like a similar situation where he's someone he's connecting with, someone who he's now getting closer with, but it's also like if he has any ounce of hope that anything good can come from Ellie getting to the Fireflies lab or the doctors or whatever, then he knows that the stakes are pretty high.
Yeah.
So I think that adds, weight and makes this much more difficult for him.
I think as the story progresses, the stakes will just get higher and higher, and he'll begin to realize that as it goes. And I think he's starting to realize it at very small. But there was a specific moment as well where he asked Ellie, "Was that your first blood? First time you used a gun or whatever?" And she says no. He hands her the gun. He's like, "You know how to use it." Teaches her. And in that moment, she was very sad, right? She was like, "Oh my, like this is a lot. This is a lot." She was crying. This is a lot to carry. But when Joel hands her the gun, it felt as if she got a moment of trust from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was like, wow, I finally got something out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And that was big for her. And that's what I got from my perspective. I don't know if you guys were seeing that as well, but that's what I found, where Ellie finally saw something of Joel that she had not seen in this journey so far.
Yeah, I agree. I think that one of the things is that the cargo piece, and we keep going back to it, I think Ellie has felt like cargo a lot of this time. And I think this is one of the first moments that she's starting to feel more like a person and more like a person that she has a relationship with, right? Because it's lonely, bro. Like, this is everything is awful and sad and depressing. And like the one person that you have to be able to relate to just, wants to treat you more like cargo than a person that you have a relationship with. And I think that moment really allowed her to feel like she had some connection. Him actually like teaching her the right way of doing it. Again, like you said, showing trust. And now she's feeling like she can contribute, right? Like now she's like, okay, now I can protect as well. We're in this together. It's not just about you protecting me. It's about us protecting each other. Yes,
exactly. And I want to get into the ratings of this episode and what we thought of it not compared to last episode. This is in its episode on its own, but I thought this was another solid episode. This was a great setup to what is to come. And with that being said, I would easily rate this episode. It was not perfect for me. It's not because I didn't like it or it was so bad, but I just felt like there's more to come, right? And some things were not unanswered, which I think will get answered in the next episode. But with that being said, I would rate this. I'm around like the 9.3 right now. This show has been a hit for me so far. But Charlie, with this episode, how was it for you? Did you like it? What would you rate it?
I think I'd give it like a 9, around there. I liked the callback to some of the things in the game. Simple things like, I can't fit through here. Can you find a way to open the door for me or something? Or like pushing things out of the way. It's like, like we said earlier, I felt like that was the moment where I was supposed to be mashing triangle on the controller. Little things like that is what makes me a fan of the original games happy. So that's my rating for it. And like we said before, it's a setup episode. Whatever comes next is going to be even more significant than what we just saw.
100%. Hey, what about you?
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as Charlie. Again, setup episodes are kind of tough to rate unless like the setup is super, super brilliant. Like I think we've seen that in shows like Game of Thrones where the setup is so perfect that you have to like, oh my God, you have to like marvel in it. To be honest, I think this was a very basic setup, and not that that's a bad thing. It just needs to happen for the story to progress. But yeah, I mean, solid episode again. I'm excited for what it is. I felt like this episode, since it was so short, I think they're doing a very good job of like teasing you, where it's like, oh, here's 45 minutes of exactly what you want, and we're gonna cut it off a little too soon. And for that, I got to give them props. So yeah, I'll probably give them right around a 9 as well.
Yeah, no, that was good. And Charlie, you brought up the ode to the game and some elements. I mean, that sequence where they were driving into the city and you see the guy going, help, help. That's a copy and paste of the game. I said it while we were watching. It really was a copy and paste. And then moving around, it was fun to see that. And I just love that from video game to show they're paying homage to the game and also adding more depth. And one thing I want to bring up is the Henry situation. We didn't get that much background. We just ended up meeting Henry and Sam right at the end in the game. And that's how, and then Henry provides the background to us. So I think it was interesting to see that aspect. And I think that's what's so great about the show is that, again, we just get more background.
We get more perspectives
It just felt like a flashback from the game, to be honest. That last part. I am a little curious as to how they got around the glass that Joel set up, Henry and Sam. He was like, yeah, I'm putting this down because I'll hear them. Either that or it's because of the thing that Ellie said, like, oh, yeah, you're hard of hearing from your right ear, I noticed. So maybe Ellie woke up and wasn't able to really do much about the situation. But yeah, like I guess like we said in previous episodes, they're really sticking close to the source material and really like executing on that very well.
Yeah.
Making the fans happy. And that is what is important, because we've seen too many video game adaptations that suck really bad.
Yes, that is true.
And this one is finally good.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
We're 4 episodes in, but it's a good one.
I think like in these kind of episodes where they're doing setup for other things, like there's nothing wrong with sticking almost exactly true to what the game gives you, because if it isn't broke, then don't fix it. But like they did enhance some things, because like the perspectives that we're getting from like Kathleen and stuff like that, like we don't get, because we see everything from Joel and Ellie's perspective in the game. So now seeing that from those different characters, that's why I love about the shows. You're seeing different perspectives. So that's what I find really cool. And I'm curious to see where they'll progress from that. And I wonder if in the next episode, we're going to start it. You know how some of the episodes start with kind of like a little flashback or callback? I'm wondering if we're going to get some intro to Henry and Sam right at the beginning of the episode before leading up to meeting Ellie and Joel. That's how I think it'll start.
I think that definitely makes sense in what you're bringing up. And I'm glad you brought up Kathleen situation, her situation, what's going on in that group, because it just shows the brutality of everyone and how everyone is just trying to survive. She literally killed the doctor who helped give birth, right?
Delivered
her. Literally just went boom, shot him because couldn't save people from her group. Like that's the brutality that we live in, you know, that they live in, that the world is. Yeah. And it's interesting to see, and also it adds again more death and seriousness to what is going on in the world. And y'all, heads up, episode 5, is actually airing on Friday. This upcoming Friday, because of the Super Bowl, which was a smart decision by HBO.
Thank God.
Go Eagles.
There's going to be some. Yeah, go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Boo,
It's just crazy. They beat us in the Super Bowl, so I don't know why we're saying go Eagles.
They were in Kansas City in this episode, weren't they?
Ooh, foreshadowing.
And like,
and it was destroyed though. So you know what I mean.
Facts.
Let's hope.
But y'all, is there anything else you guys want to bring up? Anything you guys saw that you want to bring up to the table we can talk about?
I'm curious to see how the what's under the floor, the rocks there. Yeah. I think we have a good idea of what it is, which people with the game will know is a bloater, which we don't have to go too much into for people who haven't seen the show. But curious how that plays in, because I know we'll definitely see it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, going through this episode, I just realized we didn't see an infected once.
Yeah, we still have it. But I sorry to cut you off, but
it's fine.
I feel like the focus of this story is not obviously infected are, they're living in post-apocalyptic world, infected, all this stuff. But the main focus is the people living in this world and how they interact with one another, right? And I think we are going to get infected.
Think about the name of the show and the game, The Last of Us. It's not about the infected and the zombies or the undead. It's about the last of humanity, and the infected are just the vehicle for what, like, brutality, despair, darkness, like everything that you're gonna see in the show. And right now, like, it's crazy to say, like, but so far it's been pretty lighthearted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're true. You're right.
In comparison to what we will see. But like that's all that it is. Like, the infected are just how we get to see what happens when you strip everything back and you make people go to the edge of humanity. Like, how much can you take away from people before they crack?
Yeah. I think when we do see infected, though, the impact is going to be greater. Like, it's going to have a lot more, I feel like, an elevated scale to it. It's just going to feel more raw and
it's more impactful.
Yeah,
because if you threw them on screen all the time, then it wouldn't be as impactful as when you finally see a clicker, or you finally see a bloater, or that you got in a situation where there's a bunch of infected. Like, if they threw it in every single episode, you would get either tired of it or it'd become old, or it loses its value. So I like the way that they're doing it. They're using it sparingly, and like, we know they're out there. It's just you don't have to throw it in every single episode. So I like how they're doing that.
Yeah, I just found it surprising that they traveled from like Massachusetts and then through God knows where, and didn't run into a single one. No, that was all.
I mean, we didn't see much.
Yeah.
Like they might have, and it might have been pretty like.
I'm sure the show would have emphasized
tame.
if they did. They would have showed it. But I'm not saying that that's a negative. I'm just saying that's interesting. Yeah. But I mean, they did tease the bloater, and like you guys were saying, that's going to have a huge impact once audiences see it for the first time.
Yeah,
especially if you haven't played the game.
We haven't seen that.
So
No,
we haven't seen what the show will show.
I don't think they showed
They
how
have.
the bloaters look.
They have.
Did
They have?
They have, but just don't watch.
Oh, I'm not
Just
gonna
don't
see
watch.
anything.
Just don't watch. They have shown, but just don't watch.
Okay, cool.
But with that being said, y'all, we appreciate you guys listening or watching. It was another great episode, a good setup, and we're excited for episode 4, which airs again.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Gosh, I keep
Airs on Friday.
It's on
airs
Friday.
on Friday. Sorry, y'all. It's late. But again, airs on Friday, and we are gonna be back doing another reaction. And with that being said, y'all, we appreciate the love. See you soon.
Peace.